Coming up on this week's edition of the Patcast, Marion Lady Patriot Volleyball coach Lisa Beasley sits down with our Tyler Bennett to discuss the team's outlook following a season that did not meet expectations last year. What does the future hold for the program with a new 6th grade team? Later, Coach Keith Houston sits down to discuss Marion High School football. The team is fresh off of a dominating night in Stuttgart. What coach is happy in August? Find out if Coach Houston is ready for the season to start next week. And we'll take a look at Patriot Athletics next week and what the schedule holds for Patriot Nation. All of that coming up in the return of the Patcast.
Welcome back to the Patcast, sitting down with head volleyball coach Lisa Beasley. First things first, Coach, I understand we have a brand new 6th grade volleyball program. Obviously, a lot still to be determined with it. I was just wondering, what are some of your goals for this program moving forward?
We just really want to get the kids exposure of playing for some people who can teach the skills the way it's going to be taught when they get to Marion and play for the Patriot volleyball team. And just hopefully get the love out there for the game, passion early, and just get some excitement and numbers.
I understand there's some other programs in this area, like, say, Jonesboro, for example, that they have programs like this. Is that kind of like the model we're wanting?
Oh, yeah. Basically almost everybody in our conference starts 3rd, 4th grade. They play intramural, start in 4th grade, or actually 3rd through 6th, and then they go to, they play other schools 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I've been trying to get this done for a long time, and I'm just thankful that Dr. Fenner gave me the go-ahead, and hopefully we'll get some good out of it.
How's the offseason gone so far with the senior high team?
It's been great. Very thankful and appreciative of the addition of Coach Chris Hatley. He has really helped us. He's implemented some things and added to what we were doing, and I'm very pleased with it and excited to see how it carries over.
Who are some of the players that we have to look forward to this season? I know you're returning pretty much all of your starters from last year, but who specifically are going to be some players that we need to look for?
Well, all of them. But Anna Caroline Fessmeyer, Daedrona Kell, they're both sophomores who got the Africa Phenom last year in all conference nods. They both received the Africa Phenom again for this year. Cora Wilson, another sophomore, she's also been recognized by the Arkansas Volleyball Coaches Association. She's also a Phenom player this year. We've got 2 little twins, the Keys, Madison and Lauren. Pay close attention to them, and I think we're going to be a lot more fun to watch than what we have in the last couple of years. We've got the quickness. Our offense is a little bit faster than what it has been the last couple of years, and our defense is definitely better.
Who do you think could be some breakout players that we haven't necessarily gotten the credit that they should deserve in this role? Because sometimes you can get kind of hidden in the rest of the game in volleyball. Who are some of the breakout players that are going to be on this team?
Well, I'm going to go back to Cora Wilson again. She's going to be going back and forth between tennis and volleyball. But she's just one of those that she'd make a great libero, but she's also a great hitter, so she's going to play every position for us. She reminds me of Diane Phillips. We had her go around every position and go all the way around all 6 positions of the court. So she's one to keep your eye on. And I'm gonna say probably breakout of Camille Moncrief. She's in a position where she could step up and have a breakout season and really make scare some people if we needed to.
Very nice. There's not too many upperclassmen on this team. What do you think can be some of the roles for the upperclassmen on this team?
Well, we have 2 seniors, my Megans, Megan Adams and Megan Tollison. We call Megan Tollison T. I'm looking to them for leadership and guidance. T's actually was voted as our team captain, and she's already done a great job. So I'm looking for leadership from them and guidance. And then, we have Camille Moncrief, again, Kirsten Jackson, returning starters that, again, looking to just, we have such a tradition and culture with our program, and they've been in it longer, so just to help guide the young ones.
Tonight, there's a jamboree against three very solid opponents, Brooklyn, Nettleton, and Valley View. Nettleton, I know for a fact we'll see on the schedule. What are some other games that we can look forward to as the season progresses?
Well, obviously, conference rivals, Jonesboro. That's always a big game. Mountain Home, they're going to be strong. They're going to be tall. They're just all about 6 foot or taller. Paragould. And then we've talked about it, I think you and I, but we will be playing our West Memphis match in our arena instead of the volleyball gym.
Okay. What are some of the goals and expectations that you have for this season? Last season, obviously, one of the tougher ones we've had since you've been here. Are we expecting a bounce back season, or what are the expectations?
I am. I think this group of young ladies, there's the talent there. I think they've got the makings of something special. I think they can get us back to where we're used to being. There for a while, I want to say 7 out of 11 years we played for the state championship. And I think this group's got the makings and the talent to get us back where we deserve to be, where we want to be, and I think we can make an impact once we get there.
Anything you want to add? Anything?
Let's go Patriots.
Very nice. Coach Lisa Beasley, we'll be right back with the Patcast.
When you need great pizza, where do you go? Pizza Pro. When you need delicious salads, where do you go? Pizza Pro. And when you need awesome wings, where do you go? Pizza Pro. Pizza Pro is your go-to choice for pizza, salads, and wings, and soon they'll have sub sandwiches as well. Pizza Pro is open from 11 to 10 Sunday through Thursday and until 11 on Friday and Saturday nights on Highway 77 in Marion. Pizza Pro, the official pizza of the Marion Patriots.
A proud Patriot partner. Finner Physical Therapy has been serving Crittenden County since opening in Marion in 2007. 11 years later, you can find them throughout eastern Arkansas. Their treatment options include physical, occupational, and speech therapy services at all 5 of their locations. Other therapy services include sports injury rehab and prevention. Finner Physical Therapy further boasts the only aquatic therapy pool in the region at their West Memphis Delta Orthopedics and Sports Medicine location. Does your student athlete have a recent injury that needs rehab or even a past injury that needs strengthening?
Finner Physical Therapy got me back on the court stronger than ever.
Call the Finner Physical Therapy team to find out more about how we work to strengthen the Delta. Finner Physical Therapy, a proud Patriot partner.
All right, and welcome back to the Patcast. Now sitting down with the head coach of the Patriot football team, Coach Keith Houston. Coach Houston, first things first, want to try and get a little bit into, give a little bit of a shout out to our 8th grade team, our 9th graders, our 7th graders. How do you think they've developed so far?
They're doing a really good job. This summer, we started to bring those kids in and get them in the routine of working out. So we brought those young kids in and gave them an opportunity to come be around the varsity coaches and work out a little bit. And, right now our numbers are great down at that level. I think we're well over 80 kids at the 7th grade level, right around 70-some kids at the 9th grade level. And then you look at our 8th grade group, that's about 55, 56 kids. So the numbers are growing, and we're really excited about it.
Also, just thought about this brand new partnership with MYSA, the Marion Youth Sports Association. What can you say about that?
Well, I mean, anytime you want to try to build a tradition and a culture in a football program or any sports program, you want to start at the youngest level. And if we can get those kids excited about being a Marion Patriot football player at the age of 5, then I think we win every time.
All right, now to the Friday night crew. How's the offseason go? I know last year you come in with your new coaching staff in the middle of June, didn't have too much time to develop. How did this offseason compare to last?
Oh, well, it was great. You get a chance to build your team and mold your team the way that you want to mold your team. And, Off-season is meant to be pretty tough, but our kids took it and worked out the way we wanted to work out. We hold our kids accountable, and that's one of the things that we try to stay on our kids about, is doing the right thing even in the off-season. And if you can do it in the off-season, and make it easy during the season. We did some different type of working out, different type of conditioning, and I thought it went well for the kids. Our kids started to see some changes in their bodies, the conditioning part of it, I think it showed yesterday when we got a chance to play. It was pretty hot, and I thought we was in pretty good condition.
Another thing in the offseason that I liked was when you were talking about the concept of the Patriot Days.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know what that is, can you kind of explain what it is and how that went?
Well, what we did was we call it Patriot Maker, and we took every piece of cloth that they had that had a Marion Patriot logo on it, and we told them we was going to earn it. So they had to get 3 perfect days. We would wake them up and have them in line at about 5:45 in the morning, and we just took them through it's really a lot of mental stuff, and overcoming some adversity, and tried to build some camaraderie through the team, and put them through some different situations where they get, it's kind of tough and kind of a lose-lose, and we just really wanted to see who was going to step up. You kind of build your leaders during that time, and your team come together, and we done that, and the kids, they done a really good job, man. We was excited to see them work, and once they got a couple days under their belts, it was okay, but as they went on and got comfortable doing the things that we were doing, they finally got 3 perfect days, and it was good for us.
Tuesday, you go to Stuttgart to play the benefit game against a Stuttgart team that went 9-2 last season. Obviously, they lost some seniors on the team, but still, that's a pretty talented crew. How do you think your team fared against the Ricebirds?
I thought we did pretty good. I thought we did some good things. I don't think we're where we need to be by any means. What this is going to do for us is give us a chance to watch the tape, see the things that we done well, and continue to work on that, and then find out what we didn't do well, and get it fixed. And that's the good thing about having these benefit games. We got 10 days in between the time we play again, so we got some time to kind of fix it and get some things put in place for us to be successful on Friday nights.
One of the more talented kind of squads within the football team, in my opinion, is the wide receiver core.
Sure.
It seems like there's depth all over the place, and all of them can play. What did you think of their performance?
I thought they did really good, and those guys played a lot of football, and but they started out playing as a young kid, and that's why we see so much success with those guys. They played a lot of reps, and been with Daedric for a little while. They was young with him last year, and those guys are clicking right now and doing a really good job. Still got to get some things cleaned up, but that's a very talented group, and I think those guys will be able to make a lot of plays for us this year.
I always love to talk about the running backs as well. AP didn't play yesterday. I believe he had some elbow soreness. But Ken Trell came in. He did a fantastic job. The other backup, whose name escapes me right now,
Kenyell Williams.
Mr. Williams, he did a fantastic job as well. How would you grade your running backs?
I thought they did a good job, and not having AP and having Ken Trell step up and take the bulk of the reps yesterday. We know what we're getting with Ken Trell. He's a vet now. He's been doing it for a little while. So it's nothing new to Ken Trell. And off season was just very beneficial for him. Got bigger, got faster, got stronger. We already knew he could run the ball well, but I think just doing the things he needed to do in the off season made him a better running back. And Kenyell is a young kid that came in and got some reps yesterday, and I thought the whole line did a pretty good job when he was able to hit some of those holes and do some of the things that he was able to do yesterday.
Last question I'll ask about the offense, and we'll move to defense. Daedric last year, sophomore of the year from Arkansas Democrat Gazette. He seemed to have some really good passes yesterday. There was a few that he was a little off on, but how do you think he's developed in the offseason?
Oh, man, it's night and day between that kid right now. From him being a young sophomore to he's kind of a seasoned junior right now, and he's learning more and more about the game each and every day, and Coach Tribble does a really good job of making sure he's seeing what he needs to see from the football standpoint of it. He's a dynamic football player. He's the captain, and he's going to give us what we need to win some games. And, he's just got to stay calm. He's still not doing everything perfect. He's still got to get some, fix some things. But I think, the more and more he get to see different defenses, the more and more he see different concepts, he'll get better at them, and we'll be fine.
Moving on to defense, the defensive line, they seemed to get in the backfield a lot last night as well. Stuttgart had a few miscues as well, but the Patriot defensive line seemed to be able to make the most of it. It got a scoop and score at one point during the running clock period. What did you think of
I thought they flew around well, and that group, they're not the big 6'5", 240-pound type kids, but they're the kids that very explosive, very athletic, and it gives us a different edge on the defensive line. You got some guys that can really move around and do some different things and disrupt some time, and that's what we're going to get from that group of guys. We got some young guys on that defensive line too. But when you're athletic like that and you can run, it kind of makes up for some of the things that you don't have as far as experience. But I was really excited with him yesterday. I thought the effort on both sides of the ball was great, and that's something that you can't coach. You can't coach effort, and when the effort is there, we can just correct the mistakes at the end of the day.
You have a lot of experience coming back with this linebacker core as well. Players like Brandon Calvert, for example. What's your kind of impression of that group?
That group is playing some football too, especially our two outside linebackers, man. Antonio Grays and Brandon Calvert. Both of those are super athletic kids that does a really, really good job of controlling the edge. And I thought both of them made some plays yesterday. And, when you got guys that has played and been in the system for a year, it makes it that much easier for you to just be able to call what you want to call and run with it. But we're looking for big things out of that linebacking crew for sure.
Your secondary is probably has the least amount of experience on the defensive side of the ball, but they still seem very athletic. Like I know you've got a basketball player with Pitts Crawford. We saw an interception last night. What's your impression of that crew?
Well, that crew, they've grown from the spring, and that's what we talked about. We knew we was going to have a bunch of young guys in that group, but that group has done a really, really good job of taking the coaching from Coach Moore and myself, just trying to get them to get their technique right, because that's what it's about playing in the secondary. You got to play with technique, and us moving a kid like Brandon Hayes from running back, moving him to corner, which he has the ability to be a really, really good corner. And Dorian Giles was a kid that played on third down for us last year, and he's one of those safeties. And the Moore kid that just got here from West Memphis Christian that moved in, he was a receiver, and we put him on the defensive side of the ball and told him, if you can do some things the right way, man, you can give yourself a chance. And he has grown as a football player since the spring. And then, you got the Pitts Crawford kid that came from basketball, tall, rangy kid that haven't played a lot of football, but if he can continue to grow each and every week, he's going to be able to do some stuff for us. DeMarcus Williams is a kid that didn't play last year, that came out in the spring, done everything we wanted him to do, and now he's finding his way to find the type of kid he's going to be on the football field. So that group is young, but I think if they can continue to do what they're doing, they will be fine.
Last year, you win your first 3 games by a combined 4 points, including a 2-point win over Blytheville. Now Blytheville coming to Patriot Stadium for the first game of the season. What are kind of your expectations for that first game?
Well, I just expect us to go out and play well, but we're not going to win the game on Friday. We win the game Monday through Thursday, so it's going to be all about the way we practice, and that's what we preach to our kids all the time. We're never just going to show up on Friday night and beat anybody, but if we prepare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we give ourselves a chance to win, and that's all I expect from our kids. We take it one play at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time, and we never try to get ahead of ourselves. And our kids have to understand we have to do a lot of things right. We have to do a lot of things right. It's hard to win football games, and this, here it's hard to win football games. So you have to do a lot of things right, and the team that make the least mistakes get themselves a chance to win the game.
Anything you want to say to Patriot Nation before they come to Patriot Stadium next Friday?
We would love the support. Last year was amazing. The support was amazing, and let's get everybody out. Let's get everybody out. Come support these kids and this coaching staff. They do a really, really good job of doing what's asked of them. So please come out and support. And TTP, go Patriots.
Coach Keith Houston. We'll be right back with the Patcast.
JR&K Printing has been providing printing services for over 30 years, printing everything from business cards to booklets. JR&K Printing also has the newest equipment to help produce the lowest cost signs, banners, and custom t-shirts. Look us up on Facebook or visit www.jrkprinting.com, a proud Patriot partner. At Faulkner Eye Clinic, they strive to treat you the way that you want to be treated, with top quality eye care by use of technology and experience. Quality to them means being thorough and finding out how you use your vision, thus helping your efficiency. The long-term health of your eyes and vision need to be protected. That's why pictures of your retina and scans of your eyes can be important parts of protecting your vision from health issues like diabetes and high blood pressure, or vision issues like cataracts, macular degeneration, or glaucoma. Faulkner Eye Clinic. They want to help you help yourself. A proud Patriot partner. Coming up this week in Patriot Athletics, on Monday night we have tennis at West Memphis, volleyball at Westside on Monday night as well. Tuesday night, volleyball for the junior high headed to Truman. For our girls from Marion High School, they're headed to BB to take on the Badgers. Thursday night, Paragould comes to town for a tennis match. And on Thursday night, their rival, Greene County Tech, comes to Marion for the first conference matchup of the season. And then, of course, Friday night, the Chickasaws from Blytheville invade Patriot Stadium, and we hope to see you there. That's next week in Patriots Athletics. On behalf of Tyler Bennett, I am Leonard West saying, go Patriots.